What if I told you you can make your own detailed 3D models in just a few seconds? By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to use text to 3D model, image to 3D model, and different ways you can start using it right now. I'll have a link in the description below. This one is from Tencent, and they have their model here, and from what I can see, it's completely free to use. So we started with this photo here, and we were able to generate this full 3D version of AI Dana, and you can see how she looks. We can adjust the textures, and then we can also download the file, and we can implement it and use it like this. We have the Feed Dana chocolate game, and we can hit play now, and Dana has been generated from an image to 3D model, and we also have the trees that were generated using text to 3D model, and you can see how they look pretty solid. So we were able to create this game, and she has to go around collecting chocolate, you can see, which is wild. You can see how it looks pretty good. So we have a functional game now that is 3D using our own custom models. I'll show you some of the chocolate generations that it came up with. So we have this one here, which is pretty cool. We can go next, and we have this chocolate monster here, and we could implement this into the game and say, hey, if they collect this chocolate, if Dana eats this chocolate, it makes her sick and it turns her face green. We can go next, and we can see this chocolate bar here, but this is just like one prompt, and it made all these different models for us. We have our trees here, so you can see the first tree, and this is the one we ended up using. We can see the next tree, and you can always change the textures on top so you can kind of see what it looks like. So we could implement this tree here to give different variety. We can add this tree here as well, and you can see how they look. They are all pretty good. I was also able to generate AI Dana in a dress as a princess, so you can see her shoes there that she's wearing. We can kind of spin her around. She looks pretty good. We can zoom in on her face. It looks solid. We can actually select the type of file, and we can hit download, and depending on how you generated it, you can see the different types of files you can download on the right here. There is even automatic bone binding, so if you are developing a game on Unity, you can actually add all the bones into your model before you download it. You've seen all the demos. Let me show you how to actually use this tool now to create your own 3D objects, and then I'm going to show you how I actually made the Feed Dana chocolate game. And before I continue, I need you to click the subscribe button. I cover AI on a daily basis so you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest that's going on in the world. I'll have a link in the description below for you, but we're on the creation tab. There are two different tabs we can select. So there is text to 3D or image to 3D, and they both work pretty well, as you can see. So we can do text to 3D. So our prompt is pretty simple, just a cloud that is smiling. We're going to make it a cartoon, and we can hit generate. So it is going to take between 5 and 10 minutes to generate our cloud that is smiling. We're going to take this cloud, and we're going to actually upgrade our Feed Dana chocolate game with a cloud in the sky. While we're waiting for that to generate, I want to show you another really cool thing you can do. There's something called laboratory, and on here you can do all sorts of different fun presets. So for example, there's this 3D mini game creation, and it creates a video for you. Here's the output here, and of course I used AI Dana again to generate her in a video game-like setting. So she jumps out of a portal, she's going to run up, grab the sword. You can see it looks like her. It is her 3D version, her model that I use in a lot of my videos, and you can kind of see her being a video game character. The fact that I was able to generate this, phenomenal. They also have something called workflows, which allows you to have templates. So if you want to stick with a certain aesthetic, you can do that as well. The tool generated 4 different 3D clouds for us. As usual, it generates 4. So we can see the first cloud here. We can go next, and we can kind of scroll through and say, okay, which cloud do we want? Do we want this one? Or do we want this one here? This one looks very creepy. Look at its teeth. We can like zoom in. You can see all the detail. It looks good in terms of like detail, but that does look just a little creepy. So we have that one here. Let's go back to the second one. I think this was the best one. So we're going to click here. We're going to download the file, and it's going to download to our computer. I'm using VS Code to create the game, and I'm using a library called 3.js, but you don't need to know any of that because we can vibe code nowadays. So we're going to select all the code here. I've renamed the file to cloud. I want to add clouds to the sky, and I tell it the file that I have, which is our 3D file that we just created, and I tell it to use that. We're going to add our code, and it's going to generate an updated piece of code for us with our clouds in the sky, our 3D clouds that were made for us. It understands exactly what we want to do, and it is generating our full complete code for us. We're going to paste in the new code, hit save. We're going to come back here, refresh, and hopefully we have a new version of Feed Dana Chocolate. So there is the clouds in the sky that we just generated. We can modify the prompt and play around with it to make them look a little bit better, but you can see there is now clouds in the sky that we just generated. We have our own custom 3D asset in our game. Whether you're a developer creating a game and you need custom assets, or maybe you're doing video editing and you want to plop something into your video, this tool is phenomenal and, from the looks of it, completely free. There is also something called SketchUp 3D, so it can actually take a sketch. Here's a sketch of a penguin, and here is the 3D version of the same penguin that looks good. We have a sketch of this castle here, and there's a lot going on here. There's the stars at the top, the little swirls. There's like these teddy bear-like heads that are floating out with a star door. And here is the output that it creates from a sketch to 3D. So you can take any object and turn it into a 3D object, and then you can download it as a GIF or an MP4, and you can share it out to whatever you need to share it out to, or you can download it as one of these other files, which is made more for Unity. I want to just rapid fire through some of the different examples of things you can generate. So an animal example is this really cool tech looking crab. Again, the details, the way it shines, it is amazing. And you can just create this, download it, and plop it in and start using this tech crab. Say you needed a game prop, you can implement this mask into your game that your player can collect. I think characters is probably one of the coolest uses. You can see this frog also wearing a bunch of tech gear, so you can create a really cool futuristic looking game with animals. Well, how are all of our tech animals going to get around? Well, with this futuristic looking vehicle thing. And again, you can kind of see all the different little details that it is able to generate. Tencent has done a phenomenal job at the generation. With the little glare of the sun, you can see the sun glare on it, just the way it all looks. And this is just from this reference image here. Needless to say, there are a lot of different ways you can use this tool. Custom 3D models has always been the bottleneck for me as a developer, and this tool is an absolute game changer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you using this? Will you use this? And don't forget to subscribe. I cover AI on a daily basis. Like the video, it tells the algorithm you want to see more content like this. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another AI video.